Namaskar. Today's question is, what is the role of medicine in the hair restoration or in the hair transplant? Precisely hair transplant. I am going to discuss on the two type of medicine group. One is the medicine group which promotes the hair growth or specific to the hair. Another group of medicines is for control or to treat your existing diseases other than the hair, like diabetes, hypertension, epilepsy, hypercholesterol, hyperlipidemia and all that. So let's discuss one by one. The role of medicine in hair restoration is certainly it has got a great role. Although hair transplant is a surgical procedure in which permanent hair roots are taken and they are implanted on the recipient area. And transplanted hair do not need any medicine after the hair transplant. They do not need any care. But what? When you are going to transplant, at that time you need to see what is the existing condition. In many of the times, patient donor hair are very poor. Patient has got lot of miniaturized hair. Patient has got other diseases. Patient may have the scarring alopecia. Patient may have the alopecia areata. Patient may be high smoker, diabetic. So these conditions are to be analyzed before undergoing the hair transplant. If your donor hairs are poor, hairs are thin, we call it diffuse unpatterned hair loss. The surgeon should see, he should treat either by minoxidil, finasteride, multivitamin or correction of vitamin or nutrient deficiency. Then and then those cases should be put for the hair transplant. Conditions like alopecia areata, scarring alopecia and other needs to be dealt with, and they are not being advised hair transplant immediately unless until they are taken care. So role of hair related medicine to build up your existing condition is important. Another thing is, in hair transplant, donor hair follicle supply is limited. You do not replace the exact number of hair which you had or which you have lost. You can only get 25% of your existing hair which you had during your childhood or during teenage. So if you lose all hair, and if I do all hair transplant, even then I'll be able to replace only 20-25% of hair what you had. So what is the meaning of it? Why I am explaining it this? If you have the hair already, some hair, temporary hair, you must retain them. So medicine should be advised to retain your existing hair and to control the ongoing hair loss, because those hairs are very important to contribute your hair transplant result. You understand the difference? I am not giving these medicine for the transplanted hair. I am giving these medicines to treat and to keep your existing hair in this temporary zone, so that those hair add to the transplanted hair, giving you better density. This is a very important thing that you must understand, and that is the second indication of treatment medicines in the hair restoration, where you want to treat the existing. Then third condition is existing diseases like scarring alopecia. Usually hair transplant is not done in this. Then alopecia areata, also hair transplant is not done in this. Then other secondary scarring alopecia like scars, post-burn scar, post-traumatic scar, scar because of the graft, they are the cases where the hair transplant is also advisable. But those scars should be treated first by the medicine, make them soft, supple, healthy, non-infective. Local condition should be good. treat them by medicine, supplements and all that, and then you implant them. So in one word, if I want to say, the role of medicine in hair restoration is to make your donor and recipient area good and to prepare them for the surgery, in one line. Now the next heading is the medicine to treat your existing diseases. Existing diseases which are going to affect your hair transplant result are like diabetes, uncontrolled diabetes. Diabetes is not a contraindication for the hair transplant, but a diabetes which is not under control is a contraindication for the transplant till you get it controlled. So I clarify it. So get your diabetes treated, control your blood sugar by endocrinologist or by your physician. Once they are controlled, then the hair transplant can be safely done. Ischemic diseases, heart, cardiac diseases, hypertension, epilepsy, hyperlipidemia, thyroid or other diseases should be treated and all should be under control before undergoing the hair transplant. We do transplant to elderly patient, we do transplant who has undergone hair transplant, we do transplant of diabetic patient, but those diseases should be under control. Another which is a red flag is a heavy smoker or drug addict, mentally unstable person, body dysmorphic disorder, high expectation patient, other psychological anomalies. They should be treated by the medicine, and then once their diseases mentally are stabilized, then they should undergo the transplant. So I think I explained you in detail about what are the diseases which needs to be taken care before undergoing transplant. I also explained then what is the medicine should be prescribed to improve the local donor condition and the recipient area. If you have any question, please call me. Thank you.